might rain, cold. It's football weather, or I guess that's what they say. A little bit of rain, a little bit of wind.
Mikey is just a high-level competitor. That's what's impressed me the most. He doesn't shy away from anybody that's in front of him. We asked the young man to play inside and outside early, and for the betterment of the defense, I say, okay, we're going to put you to the field, all right, and you're going to stay there. And he's made it at home, and he just looks really good, comfortable, understand the checks. He's not playing like a rookie. He doesn't communicate like a rookie. If you've talked to the young man, he's very polished. He's very mature, and so. But just the way his competitive spirit is what I'm most impressed with. With Marshawn, when Marshawn comes, then we'll make those decisions right there. I haven't thought about that until he's been available.
Is there anything specific or different that you focus on with Jaden now that he's back to practicing for the first time, consistently in a month?
Yeah, I think you just get back to the basics, the fundamentals, and really hone in on those. I think anytime you have a couple games that aren't to maybe the level we all want to be at, you narrow the focus, and it's like, hey, let's nail the footwork, let's nail the reads, progressions, the base stuff, and start there. And he's a guy who, when he is working at it, he works really hard. He's very focused, and so this week has been good to see him back out there going full speed and getting the reps that I think will help us play at a higher level.
Moving on to today's injury report, we're going to start with the good guys, of course, the Commanders. Michael Davis, Cleveland Farrell, and Marshawn Lattimore, they all did not practice today. However, Michael Davis, he was out of practice today for personal reasons, so he should be good for Sunday's game. And then Cleveland Farrell, he gets a rest day every Thursday at this point now, so he's going to be fine for Sunday's game as well. And then as for Marshawn Lattimore, he's really the only real DNP on here for our injury report. He's probably not going to play versus the Cowboys on Sunday. I mean, if they want to have him back versus the Titans, cool, but there's really no point in having him back versus the Titans. You might as well bring him back after the bye week, right? So he can get more extra rest, have him back out there versus the Saints. That would be his revenge game. So that's just my idea. Maybe they do bring him back for the Titans game. That would be great. If he's good enough to go, if he's healthy, sure, bring him back. But, if you don't want to bring him back versus the Titans, sure, bring him back after the bye week. So he's probably not going to play this week. I would not be surprised if he practices tomorrow, getting some practice time with him tomorrow, and he'll probably not play this week, but he does have a really good chance of playing next week versus the Titans, or after our bye week, which would be our first game after our bye week, which will be against the Saints week 15. So Lattimore probably not going to play this week versus the Cowboys. And then Nick Bellore, he was limited today, so it's good to see him practicing today. He did not practice yesterday, but was limited today, so that is really good. Hopefully he can practice again tomorrow, and if he does, then I feel like he'll have a really good chance of playing versus the Cowboys. Dante Fowler Jr., he was added to the injury report with a hip injury, limited. I think he'll be good. Maybe it's just like a minor injury, they just decided to have him work out a lesser of a workload today in practice. Don't want to stress the injury or anything. Just want to take it easy with him today. So I think he's going to be fine. And then Noah Igbenogany, he was limited once again, as well as Austin Seibert. I think Noah should be fine. Has a bit of a thumb injury, but he has practiced all week so far. We'll see if he practices tomorrow, but I think he's going to be good for Sunday's game. And then as for Austin Seibert, they will evaluate him tomorrow after practice most likely. And if he looks good, then he'll probably play on Sunday versus the Cowboys. So Noah Igbenogany, Austin Seibert, definitely two guys to monitor, as well as Dante Fowler Jr. However, I think all three of those guys are going to be playing on Sunday. And then everybody else, Dorrance Armstrong, Brandon Coleman, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, Jordan McGee, and Ben Sinnott, they were all full participants today. They all should be good to go for Sunday's game. Maybe the exception of Javonte Jean-Baptiste, they have to activate him off of IR before the game on Sunday, so that would be on Saturday. We'll see if they do it, but if they do, then we'll have him back in the defensive end rotation. The Cowboys have a very lengthy injury report. However, most of the guys on here should be playing. Let me just go over the guys that are probably going to play in the game. CeeDee Lamb didn't practice today, but I think they're just being a little bit cautious with him today. He's dealing with a foot and not a foot. Actually, he is dealing with a foot injury, yeah. A foot injury and a back injury. So just want to be a little cautious with him, not stress him too much. He's going to play. All right, he's going to play on Sunday. He's good. Trayvon Diggs was limited today with a groin and knee injury. He's going to be good as well. Deron Bland, he's probably going to make his season debut versus us on Sunday, which, would have liked if he didn't play, but is what it is, right? Still better go out there and win the game. So Deron Bland, he's probably going to be back for the Cowboys, which is obviously good for them. Tyler Guyton, he's going to be good. Eric Hendricks, he'll be good. These are all the guys that were either full or limited today. Well, in CeeDee Lamb's case, he was a DNP today, but he's going to be fine. Marshawn Kneeland and Brandon Cooks, they had their windows open on Wednesday. They were both limited today. They were both limited yesterday. We'll see if they play on Sunday. Maybe they just want to ramp them up this week and then have them go next week versus the Giants. But maybe they will play this week. We shall see. And then Jordan Lewis, Hunter Luepke, they were all either limited or full today. Those guys should be fine as well. Now for the guys that are probably not going to play or their statuses are questionable right now. Marquise Bell, Jake Ferguson, and Nick Vigil, they're not going to play, right? Marquise Bell, he's out for the season with a shoulder injury. The Cowboys will probably place him on IR later on in the season or later on this week. We'll see. Jake Ferguson dealing with a concussion. He's probably not going to play. Didn't practice for a second straight day in a row. He's not going to be ready for Sunday's game. So he'll probably come back next week for Thanksgiving or maybe the week afterwards. We shall see with him, but he's not going to play this week on Sunday versus us, which is a huge loss for the Cowboys, but is a really good thing for us because that's another weapon we don't have to worry about. Zach Martin and Tyler Smith, they were DNPs once again today. Zach Martin was not spotted at practice. However, Tyler Smith was, but he was on the side field working with trainers. So if those two guys don't play, those are the two starting guards. And Dallas's O-line is already struggling this season, right? It's already not good. It's already banged up. So if those two guys don't play, then that is huge. Now, we'll have to see tomorrow, right? Because Zach Martin, he's a tough dude. He plays through multiple injuries he has in the past. So if he plays, I wouldn't be surprised. However, if he doesn't, then that's a huge loss for Dallas. Same with Tyler Smith. He isn't a bad guard at all. And them being without their two starting guards would definitely hurt them a good amount. So let's see if those guys play. And then Nick Vigil, he's dealing with a foot injury. DNP, once again, he's probably not going to play on Sunday, right? So they're going to be out one of their linebackers. I don't know if he's a starting linebacker or not, but they're going to be out one of their linebackers. So, hurts them a little bit. So that is really it for the injury report, and that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.